Alright, in the shed, the end of another day. What I'm going to do today is a little update video. A little update on not the 372 XP. There's going to be videos to come, I reckon, on that one. That needs a rebuild. New piston and cylinder. But before then, we have another task at hand. So, the 3120 XP. There's my old 3120 XP. And so, if you watch my videos, you would have seen, I think, about maybe a week ago or so, one of the last videos was some test cuts with a 3120 XP that I've got from my stepfather Paul. So what happened is I've been pestering him to give me this saw for ages, and he's going away on holidays for a couple of months. He's going to, he's Czech, so he's gone to Czechoslovakia, see his family for a couple of months, and I finally got him to give up the old 3120, which he wants to swap for another saw. So yeah, Paul, we'll have to talk about that deal when you get back, because there has been developments. You might have noticed on the test cuts that I did, I sort of noticed at the end of the cuts, that test cuts that I did in that last video were like the sort of second and third cuts that I'd done with that saw since it had come out of the shed, been in the shed for like 10 years, only done a couple of jobs. So I sort of noticed on that day that the saw was looking a little bit, it was sounding a little bit loud on the exhaust, a little bit sort of pengy or tingy, I don't know how to describe it, but it's pretty standard sound that I know, and I sort of had an inkling what might be going on. I thought it was to do with one of the bolts that hold that on was gone on my stepfather's 3120. I thought that might be the noise, but I took it out on a job and we cut up a couple of logs, and sort of 4 or 5 cuts into this decent sized log, sort of a big 22 inch log. I sort of thought something didn't sound right, and then another telltale sign, once it gets hot, starts idling a little bit high. So, you know, people who know chainsaws are probably going to know where I'm going with this. I stopped using the 3120 on that job, pulled out the 95, finished the job, all's well. But I thought when I get back to the shed, I'm going to pull the 3120 apart and do a little bit more investigation. So that's my stepfather's 3120. Yeah, so Paul, you're going to be watching this. He's watched the last couple of videos from Czechoslovakia. Here's an update on how your, well, now mine, 3120's going. So, we heard a noise. I won't show you that just yet. This is my old exhaust off my old 3120. Nice and clean, nice and flat there. Don't know how well you can see that. Pretty well, I guess. So here is the exhaust off Paul's old 3120. Look closely, look at that. That's worn. Here's the gasket. Look at that gasket. Boom. So you can see by the bit of rust here and the shape of that aluminium gasket, that's been blowing out. That hasn't had an exhaust gasket leak for a while. Been blowing out for a long time. So here we go. That's what the gasket should look like. That looks a bit different. Alright, so there's one issue. Now, I don't know if that issue has caused the other issue. But yeah, I really love to know if anybody's got any advice, anybody knows more. A lot of people know more about chainsaws than me. I'm not a chainsaw mechanic, so I don't know whether that has caused this damage. I don't know how we're going to see this. I'm going to get a torch. There's my torch. There's my torch. So look, you can see there's scratches at the back of the cylinder there, and when we reveal that cylinder is, that piston is kaput. Piston and rings shagged. I'm really surprised at how well this ran. I'm really surprised at how easy it started with that damage. Yeah, so I don't know whether that exhaust gasket would have caused that or what would have caused that, but yeah, I'm not going to run this saw anymore. That needs repairing, and yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Got a gasket kit there, new cylinder, genuine piston, sorry. Don't know why I keep saying cylinder. Yeah, so complete piston, new baby for that, and this is the cylinder from my old saw, which I reckon is still good, still really good. That's not what went on my old saw. That's what went on my old saw. I'd love to know what causes that too. Yeah, so Paul, if you're watching, I'm about to rebuild this baby. And yeah, it's basically going to be a new saw after that. I knew it was too good to be true. Too good to be true. It was running so well. Well, it was running really well. But yeah, needs work. Yeah, so one of my subscribers, what is it? Twostroke running and repair. He's been asking if I want to sell that. This is, yeah mate, sorry about that. This is the reason why I don't want to sell that, because yeah, I've been pilfering bits off that to go on that, and yeah, hasn't stopped yet. I've got more bits to pilfer. Alright, cool, I'm going to leave it there, and yeah, hi Paul in Czechoslovakia. Hope you're having a good fun time over there, and yeah, I'll keep playing around with the chainsaws. Alright, see ya. Oh, that looks bad. How is that thing running?